Alrighty, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, and welcome back everybody. You may notice this is kind of a slightly different team. I'm probably also in a slightly different place if you watch the VODs back to back for some reason, or the highlights, or well, the YouTube exports, whatever it might be. So, I did a bit of work offline. It was kind of relaxing actually. So, a few things to note. First of all, equipment-wise, there's a number of special and unique types of equipments that they are, like the Abyssal Sword, the Thor Tendril, etc. I brought all of these to +5 that have some form of like yellow border around them, because I figured they might have some use one or the other way. And also worth noting, I learned that if I talk to this guy here, I actually can buy upgrade materials. So the other day I was grinding for like 5 or 6 hours and I was just grinding out upgrade materials, not realizing I could just buy it. Well, here we are, I just bought a bunch. So yeah. On the bright side, because I was grinding so much for upgrade materials anyways, I actually was able to easily afford the remaining portions of it. Like, I just about enough money for it, so that's kind of a plus. Further, the next thing I did is I looked through the monster journal and I tried to gather every single one of the minions and monsters. For example, this one here we did not have previously. We only had its pre-evolution, and in fact, let me just kind of get to this over here. I evolved a bunch of monsters that were relatively inconsequential, I felt like, because we've already seen them, we've already battled them, we just haven't had them in our team until that point. So, let me actually go through them real quick, because I made notes for everything. So yeah, I grinded a bunch, I explored. I have a bunch of places now that I know where we can get and find more stuff. I haven't actually gotten anything new, I don't know what is behind certain walls, etc. We'll just find it out together. Is that a Violet Cthulhu? Pretty much. It's actually called the Cthulhu or something like that. Let me find that real quick. There we are. It's a Gurulu. So it's basically a purple Cthulhu. So yeah, pretty much. It's the evolution of this little guy, the Grummy. So I just call him Grummier because the little Grummy guy we named Grrr originally. Alrighty. Also, you may notice that a lot of them have different colors. The reason for this is because I actually trained up, or more specifically, if I hatch a new monster now, it is level 37. So all of the lower level monsters, I basically put all of the monsters that were lower level into our little outdoors environment. It's hopefully not too cramped in there, but basically I farmed an egg for all of them that were below level 35 in order to just kind of, well, get new monster of that kind. And a lot of them just happen to be shifted monsters, because if you get 5 stars in the encounter, you're guaranteed an egg, so it's easier to get shifted monsters than regular ones, ironically enough. Either way, I hope they're having fun. I did keep all the names. So, for example, there are various ones that had names, and consequently I kept those names, like Mr. Smiley here, the Shiny Nightmare. We do have now the Mega Rock and the Stone. By the way, these two are just kind of random names I picked rather than them being claimed, so if anybody would like to claim those names, feel free to let me know. Also here, I did get the pre-evolution of Rafair here. I think it's called Kinku? Or something like that. Either way. Yeah. So, worth noting. The ones I did evolve are as follows. Also, let me actually go to the magma area, because I really like the music while I'm explaining this in the menu. Alrighty, the wolves I did evolve is this big buddy here. Once again, this name is not claimed, so if you'd like to name this dragon after yourself, or have a better suggestion, feel free to let me know. So this guy here We evolved it from a Draconov into a Dracogran via a Firestone. I ended up just kind of farming a bunch of Firestones and such. Welcome you, Randy Shutton, and also Metal Bear. Welcome everybody, I hope you're doing well. Yeah, that's one of the evolution I created. Then we have the plushy birdie here. The evolution is, we turned a Vairo into a Silvairo. Silvero? I'm not sure how to pronounce this. But yeah, this is kind of the evolution of it via a silver feather that we found on top of the cliffs on the beach, actually quite a while ago. Then I evolved a Minotaur into a Megator, I think they're called. I do basically keep all the previous names of all the monsters, or the previous evolutions of all the monsters, because they are inherently different and could be quite useful one way or another. Then, yeah, what else? Minotaur, Vairo. Oh yeah, the Glowfly is also one of those. I actually evolved the Glowfly, which the original one was called Elanwa. So we basically now have two Elanwas here, because that was the name. And I evolved that one, and it actually became part of my team for a certain strategy that I'm going to get to in just a moment. You're well glad to hear that, that's nice. And yeah, aside from that, it's just kind of the little stone I evolved into a Mega Rock via the... what is it called? A Giant Seed, it is. So those are the evolutions I've already done. There's actually a bunch more evolutions that I intentionally did not complete because they are either boss monsters or something I have never seen before. So I just kind of wanted to, well, figure those out on stream. And let's see, what can we evolve? We can evolve the blob via the majestic crown here, as we probably expect. And I think I have a second blob somewhere. Yeah, I think I wanted to use this blob here, just kind of double checking here. This one here, yeah, this is blob. If somebody would like to be a king slime, you can claim that name. So let's use the majestic crown, which we got from the king slime himself, and turn this little blob into a king blob. Who would like to be a king blob? It's not quite as smiling anymore. It rather has a mustache or something like that. Also, it's a light shifted one, but, well, whether it's light or dark shifted, I guess mostly doesn't matter. How many monsters are we missing in the bestiary? Not that many anymore, let's put it that way. We get to it in just a moment. But yeah, anybody would like to be a king blob? Feel free to let me know. That was one. Then we also have another one. Another boss monster, the Draco Noir, we defeated with 5 stars, and we got the Darkstone out of it. So we can actually evolve one of the Draconovs into another Draco Noir, and I have another Draconov right here for that specific purpose. So in case anybody would like to claim the name for themselves as a Draco Noir, let me know. So here we have a Draco Noir. I have actually not looked at the King Slime or the Draco Noir at all. I have not evolved them in any capacity, so I don't actually even know what they can do. I actually wanted to try and figure out a bunch of more combos, but I kind of got stuck with one combo that kind of worked for something that I'll get to in just a moment. Yep. Did you evolve? Were you a bear hedgehog? I think you're still the bear thing. Where are you? You should still be somewhere around here. I don't think the bear hedgehog thingy actually evolves. I should have you somewhere around here. Oh, by the way, I actually also got some chests or boxes. And out of one of the boxes, I got another Kirin and another Eldariel, which apparently can get these eggs from the boxes, even though those are boss monsters and otherwise rather unique. Alrighty, where are you? You should be around here somewhere. I'm blind, probably. Did I accidentally put you away? You take the King Slime with the name of Cherry Soup? Sure, we can do that. The name person is right here. Rename a monster. By the way, as usual, nicknames get second priority after people just kind of volunteering their own names. So if somebody would like to have their own name, that would have priority, just as a heads up, but nicknames are definitely welcome as well. Alrighty, where are you though, Metal Bear? Because I'm pretty sure I did not get rid of you. Ah, there you are, Metal Mole Bear. Took me way too long to find you. You're also dark shifted right now because, as mentioned before, I just hatched another one and named it Metal Mole Bear as well here. There we go. That took me a bit. Alrighty, that was number 2 with the Draco Noir via the Darkstone. We can also evolve a Crackle Knight into a Sizzle Knight. So I'm going to do this one with this one here. No effect on this one, so wait, what? Oh, I need a Sunstone, not a Firestone for that. I don't remember where we got a Sunstone from, but here we can evolve this one into a Sizzle Knight. And this is actually a monster we have, I think, neither seen nor had before. And welcome to the team, Sizzle Knight. This one is currently also called Vanacut. So yeah, I don't know what this one can do either. Let me actually rearrange the party real quick for monsters we haven't even taken a look at yet. Which, by the way, I also did end up capturing, or well, hatching a Thanatos. Remember when we climbed the tower, I fought every single one of the encounters with the Thanatos enemies and we didn't get a single egg? Well, while I was grinding, the first one gave me an egg. I also got a troll egg for that matter, so we can also take a look at this one too. So the name for the Thanatos I just decided to be Dialogue because I thought that was a funny name. And the troll, well, still a troll, if anybody wants to claim to be a troll in the game here. And also, yeah, we now have a knight. Oh yeah, actually it's not called Vanacut. Vanacut is still the electric knight. But this is the Sizzle Knight. And I think the monster journal entry is pretty interesting. Somebody actually posted that earlier in Discord. There we go. A Sizzle Knight. Praise the sun. This game is so cool. You hope they expand on it. Yeah. Honestly, there's a tremendous amount of content in this game already. But I kind of agree in that I would love to have more reasons to play this game. Crackle Knight, Sizzle Knight, Shovel Knight, all the same. That would be great if we could give one of these guys a shovel. Name the Sizzle Knight Solaire. I mean, yeah, that's kind of the obvious one, I suppose. But yeah, we can name this one Solaire unless somebody else has a different suggestion. What happens when you expose a gloomy Crackle Knight through incandescence that fills the halls of the Sun Palace? Most don't even care to look up. However, some Crackle Knights take a strange liking to the miniature sun that illuminates the Sun Palace, so much so that they change their entire nature. As Sizzle Knights of the Sun Palace, they become much more jovial and expressive. They cannot talk, but sometimes you can hear a low chuckle coming from their helmets when they are in a joyful mood. History doesn't happen often, but there is at least one story of an untamed Crackle Knight that came to the Sun Palace and was changed to a Sizzle Knight. They didn't stay in the Sun Palace for too long. Instead, they traveled throughout the entire sanctuary, trying to find opportunities to help people in need. The stories of their heroic deeds are beyond count. It's also said that it was them who hid the sunstones in the Sun Palace, which helped others of its kind become warriors of sunlight. But yeah, somebody would like to be a Solaire, let me know with your name. Other than that, it's just Solaire. Is it Solar with an E at the end or without an E? Alrighty, and last but not least, we also have the Demonic Pact. We can evolve a Mad Eye into a Mad Lord, so I'm going to do that. In case you didn't catch this was basically the final boss we encountered in the regular story, so we have a final boss now in our team. It's kind of interesting. So here he is. And that's kind of all for the evolutions. We can also take a look at them very briefly. See whether they have anything unique going for them. Hex Touch. When this monster gets attacked, 35% chance to apply a random debuff onto the attacker. It's all everything E at the end. Okay, good to know. Thank you. Alrighty. What else? Impactful Shock. Shock hits have a 40% increased critical chance and do 10% increased base damage. Oh, interesting. You don't have multi-shock by chance, do you? That doesn't look like it. You do have Fire Affinity and Igniting Gas. When an enemy takes poison, debuff damage, 40% chance to apply a burn. Broken Immunity, Unbreaking enemies also increase the chance to apply debuffs on them by 25%. Do we win the game if the final boss is on team? Maybe. And here we have a troll. I haven't looked at the troll yet, but the troll seems to be, well, a giant slayer to an extent. I don't really know what that troll can really do. It has multi-poison, poison glands, health procs, disease control, beating, initial armor break, multi-armor break. Kind of an interesting minion here on Thick Skin. This monster takes 10% more damage from the element it's weak to. Other damage is reduced by 20%. Fascinating. Did I play the Ease series? I have played one of the Ease games. Actually two. Ease of Felgana I played. It was alright until I realized that it wasn't the type of game I was looking for. Which is a bit unfortunate. Alright, what else do we have? Cherry Soup. Let's see what you have. And I have played the first Ease game remake, which I think you can get on Steam. I even did like some basic speedrun learning from it. Kind of decent, I guess. Fatal Upkeep. You have initial armor break debuff. Trickster buffing. For every buff applied, there's 10% chance to apply chill shock or burden to a random enemy. Neat. You also have multi-regen. Remunerate. When applying a debuff, gain regeneration buffs. Oh. Regeneration shield. Regeneration buff also shields the monster by 7.5% of its max health at the start of a turn. Fascinating. Feeling cold. A water attack has a chance to apply that. Purify. Oxen. I see. Not entirely sure how to use you, but yeah. Alright, Draco Noir, what do you have to offer, my friend? Do you have critical buffs? For charge stacks? Forecast? Combo buffing? Hold toss, Gemstone Barrage? Damage? Buff Catalyst? Hybrid Mastery in Dark? Decently high attack stats overall, it seems like. As well as anti-curse. Or Brigade was a hidden gem. The E series is quite decent, I do agree. It's just I unfortunately don't quite like how they end up doing the level up thingies. You have multi-shock, that's interesting. Might be able to use that. Impactful shock, as well as an aura. Exposed. Your monsters deal 15% more damage when attacking enemy with blind stacks. Oh, interesting. That's actually pretty potent buff. Glare. When this monster gets attacked, apply a stack of blind to the attacker. Oh, only when you get attacked, though. What if we could blind enemies? Okay, current every wind attack has an additional 15% chance to apply. Protect allies. We also have electric field. Apply shock on the attacker. Aura, all monsters receive less damage. As protector, all monsters in the party receive 15% less damage from multi-target attacks. Okay. And you also have, of course, the fire-based tree. Critical hits apply bleed stacks. Every fire and every wind hit has a 20% chance to apply a stack of blind. Okay, so you can apply blind with a attack. So that would actually be a 15% damage boost in a certain sense. What's your ultimates? Solar Blaze, 3 times 95. And Electrocute. Multi-target. I would prefer single target in this case. Weaponry. Increase attack, magic, critical chance, and critical damage from equipment by 15% for allied warrior monsters. That does include yourself, I suppose. Also, critical chance increased by your equipment. This could be quite interesting. For a different reason. Welcome to you, Icy Curves. How are you doing today? And please, you mind your language around here. I would appreciate that. Alright, this is quite interesting because this could work with our other buff team overall. Either way, let's see, what else do you have? So this is actually quite interesting. The Thanatos enemies, or, well, minions here, do you have... They are basically hybrids, actually, which I didn't quite anticipate they would be. But this makes them actually quite intriguing. Because hybrid is actually surprisingly good with certain weapons. Yeah, the original name of these monsters are called Thanatos, so somebody suggested we should call a dialogue once we get one, so seems fitting. Wow, you have multi-might, multi-sorcery, full offense, and duality. And forceful sorcery. Improved glory. This is kind of ridiculous. You also have multi-glory. Wow, this is rather fascinating in terms of how many buffs this one has. Backstab hits against enemies with full health, deal 20% more damage and have 10% increased critical hit chance. Interesting. Precision, first hit of an ability has increased critical hit chance. Legion, Might Sorcerer and Barrier buffs to the whole party. Okay. So, we evolved all the ones that I didn't see until now. What else did we do? I think I mentioned everything that I did offline so far. Yeah, actually, I would suggest let's go and do the one thing that... What can I buy here? Oh, you sell poison dart. Oh, these are stuff I haven't even upgraded yet, huh? Each attack triggers an additional hit. Well, that's actually quite intriguing. I don't have that much money overall. Also, poison darts. 2.5% chance to apply poison or weakness debuffs. A heavy mace. Hey Luther Kitty, welcome. How are you doing today? So here's a funny thing. I actually remembered seeing... I'm just gonna sell a bunch of stuff that I'm not gonna use anyways. I remembered seeing... this guy or the poison dart somewhere, but I could not remember where it was. And here it is. I finally found the guy that sells these things too. So I guess this is another set of stuff to upgrade. Especially the bow could be really intriguing, because I've started to realize the power of combos. Either way, let me go to the places where I have discovered that there's more stuff to get, because I was just running around grinding a lot, and turns out the grinding portion was mostly useless. Well, not useless. I got a lot of money out of it, I guess. But I could have been much more efficient about it if I realized that money is the thing I want in order to buy the upgrade materials. You'll be getting it soon. Well then, I hope you enjoy it when you get it. Alrighty, so over here I did find a little hook. Excuse me. And I don't know what's going to happen. There's probably going to be something on the right side of here. I don't know what, but well, let's see. Who do we use for a hook today? Actually, not that many that we can use for a hook. The key realizes invisible platforms, throws the player into a blob. Quickly levitates the player. I actually did not even check their abilities here. You break hidden walls. Key realizes invisible platform. I mean, I know who has the tether thingy. I was kind of hoping to maybe... Oh, there you go. You can help me here. Something open. Oh, to the left here. What is that? And we get a shuriken +5. Neat. Didn't realize there would be one. Alright, and you might also notice that my menuing has gotten a lot better because I know now where to go or how to do stuff. Oh, one thing, actually quite intriguing. So I kind of talked to random NPCs I happened to come across as I explored as well, and there is, you remember this alchemist here that basically kind of realized that, well, he was not really in it for whatever these other alchemists were doing and became our ally in our cause. So it turns out that guy actually has some stuff that we can use, or well, had some stuff that we could use. So he is basically a shop now at this point, and what he sells is actually quite interesting. Basically all these items, but what he also sold was a question mark egg. So he sold this question mark egg. I have no idea what it is, so I'm going to just hatch it here. And it is a plague egg. This looks interesting. Does anybody want to be a thing in an eggshell with a top hat? That's kind of what it looks like. I have no idea what this thing is. Alrighty. Until somebody would like to volunteer the name, I'm just gonna name this one Fancy for now. Alrighty, so what do you do, my fancy friend? You have multi-weakness, alright, you can stack that 2 additional times. 4, and you also have Cleansing Flame to remove buffs from enemies, which is actually pretty awesome. What else do you have? Mana upkeep. Mana regeneration. kind of activating these so we can see them a little bit better. We have anti-curse as well. We also have listing. Anti-bleed on top of everything else. What's that? Curse transfusion. For each debuff this monster has, it deals 4% increased damage and gains 4% damage reduction. Oh, that's interesting. So you can turn debuffs into an advantage? We also have necromancy when reviving. Protected offense while under the effect of a shield. Monsters in the party deal 10% increased damage, which is actually quite nice. Okay, pretty interesting. I had no idea what this thing was. Alrighty, let's actually take a quick look at the monster journal. I do believe we have most of these now. There's at least one that I know we don't have yet. And this is the Manticore here, which I actually managed to more or less encounter while I was farming for stuff, so we're going to go there very soon. Aside from that, we are missing the Vadinoi here, which we need to 5-star in order to get in, as well as the Griffenix. Everything else we actually have at this point. We literally have all of them except 3. Alright. Now, where was I? So the question mark egg we just figured out here I have never seen this before. And oh, another thing. I basically made a bunch of notes on things I wanted to check out. Is this a Plague Doctor baby? Apparently so. That's kind of what it looks like. Oh, you don't actually... You're not the writing animal. That's unfortunate. Who else? Here we go. Glad you can help out a little bit. One thing I realized is I actually haven't talked to... well, our summoners... well, Monster Champion Keeper's parents yet, so I'm gonna do that here. Hello! You've actually done it! You've become a Keeper Master! I can't imagine how many champion monsters you had to defeat. I was so afraid that something might happen on your travel, but you've proven to us that you can handle anything on your own. It's a miracle. Our child is the new Keeper Master. You make us so proud. As a Keeper Master, you deserve a special reward. Reward box level 4. 3 times craft boxes. Hey, thank you. Appreciate those. So let's just open those right now. Reward box level 4 is a mega potion. And craft box is Verdant Gem, Copper, Silk, Azure Gem, and Linen, as well as Ruby, Cotton, Silk. Alright, that's cute. Thank you. And yeah, apparently we do now have a Plague Doctor baby thingy. Which, again, the name is up to claim if you'd like to have this one. So, hook in the Underground Aqueduct, talk to parents since becoming champion, question mark egg from the alchemist, a corn monster. Alrighty, let's go ahead and go to the areas where I have found a few things still. And one of these things I found is actually all the way up there. Basically where we fought the final boss thingy. Since that is the one that I think is kind of intriguing, since there's literally just a breakable wall behind the final boss thingy. I don't know what it is, I have not opened it yet, I haven't checked it, and we're just going to figure it out together at this point. What does it do when you use Plague Egg as a companion? Oh, that's an excellent question, I actually don't know. Burns vines and kindles torches and activates fire orbs. So it's basically a fancy torch bearer, so to speak. Who else has the ability to hide me? Oh, by the way, another thing I realized, this one here actually also levitates big boulders, so this Vertrag here is not the only one who can do that. I have no idea who else actually does the thing. Oh, you do actually. There we go. Right, this is not where I want to go. We already did that because I remembered. And going higher and higher up. And here we are. There's a breakable wall. Well, at least I think it is breakable. Let's see. Thank you, Metal Bear. And we get a 2 times level 4 reward box. That's cute. And we get a charging sphere in 1 charge second at the start of every turn. I already have one on +5 from these. And another frozen tear, which is also quite interesting. Another one I already have at +5 at this point. But it's kind of neat that you can get multiples of these. Alrighty. So that is that one. Final boss has a breakable wall. Then the blue area at the bottom left has a tunnel. Is what I wrote. Ah, right there. I don't know what is over there, so let's go and figure it out. Hey Plushie, welcome. How are you doing today? Plushie, since you weren't around here last time, I assumed you wanted to have one of the monsters. I'm actually not sure whether that's the correct one, so let me ask you now while you're here. Welcome, I hope you have a nice day so far. This one here, I figured this one was your monster, but I don't actually know. You still have the Plushie bird. But I did not find anything in the magma chambers that would have fit the description at the time. Alrighty, here we can now finally levitate a heavy boulder. Well, let's go ahead and do this. Okay, there are just 2 chests. 2 level 3 reward boxes, and something I kind of accidentally... Oh, it's 2 craft boxes. Sapphires and linen, sapphires, leather, steel. And we got another craft box out of the reward box. A label +5. It's actually kind of decent. What's the name of the monster? It's just Plushie. Just your name. If you'd like to adjust it, let me know, because we can do that. That was this one. So then a small tunnel on the left side of this area here. Oh, before you named it after you. That's an excellent question. Oh, it's called Setsune. Setsune, where are you? An occult beast mage. Alrighty. Asking the dodo for help a little bit here. One thing is convenient about riding animals is you actually don't have that fall animation like lockdown. Alrighty. Going to this little crack, shall we? Plop plop plop. I'm a little plop plop plop. Plop plop plop. Plop plop plop. Plop plop plop. And we get a shift stone. That's neat. Alright. And now there's only one place where I know where we can still go to. And that area is actually just kind of mostly right up here, so we can just go and visit that place. You have the one you really wanted. Which one was it, Plushie? Because sorry, I don't know which one it would be. So let me know. The Reaper. Alrighty, we can. Nobody has claimed the Reaper as a name, so we can do that. In fact, actually, it probably makes more sense to just do this right now. Alrighty. you would like to have a plushie Reaper, I'm okay with this. As I said, I just did not know which one you would want to prefer, so I just went with one I figured maybe that one. Alrighty. What should it be, if I may ask? Death Doll. Very fitting. Alrighty, welcome to the team. Alrighty, so remember when very early in the game I saw a weird little manticore beast thingy? Well, turns out this is kind of where we need to, well, try and find it. So, while grinding for various upgrade materials, which turns out I didn't have to grind for, but that's kind of besides the point, I did actually find it again, where that was, and it's actually pretty much right around here, up there. Up there, look at this little guy. By the way, this one you can actually not engage in combat, you have to presumably go over here. I've never seen these things before. Hello. There's a harp. We already have a harp, but it's quite interesting. Let's see, level 40 Manticorps. Oh yeah, haha. I kind of have a bit of an unusual team right here, so I don't know whether I can take these guys out reliably in any capacity, because I very specifically set the this team up for something else, so this could be interesting. We might get knocked out here. Alright, Lava Rush. So the Rainbow Slime actually has some pretty ridiculous abilities to try and take out opposing enemies very, very efficiently. That's kind of what I'm taking advantage of here. So yeah, the Rainbow Slime hits like a truck if you set it up properly. And, well, it seems like we do have decently high damage. Alright, we even get 6 stars for this, wow. And we have a Manticorp egg right away. Would anybody like to be a Manticorp, I may ask? Because I've never had a Manticorp before, I have no idea what they do. Which, by the way, there's only 2 monsters left we need after this one. You'll be one? Alrighty, welcome to the team, God's Black Arm. Let's see what he can do, because I have no idea. So you do have buffs, as well as shared sorcery, which applies buffs on allies on top of it. You can inflict shock, but you don't have multi-shock, but you do have multi-sorcery for that matter, which is interesting. What's that? I actually don't know what this one is. Mana buffer. When consuming or losing mana, shields health for 300% of that amount. Oh wow. That's actually pretty crazy. Very defensively oriented it looks like. Magic barrier. All mage monsters in the party start the combat with a shield. You do have exploit party and Ice Storm. Interesting. Not sure what to do with you, but definitely quite interesting. Also, somebody told me that there was an entire area I haven't even visited yet, so I'm kind of curious what that is. Because I have no idea what that area would be, because according to the Monster Journal, I have basically now encountered and fought and defeated every single monster in the entire game. So, Yeah, I don't know where that would be. I figured it might be an entire area up there with the Manticore, which is why I left them for last and about the stuff I found, but apparently not. Seems very magic defensive, yep. Alrighty, so now I'd like to point out that Modinoi here, I had immense trouble trying to knock this guy out with 5 stars. We got relatively close, but we didn't quite make it. So I tried to come up with a strategy. And the strategy works as follows. I have the Glowy Dragon here, apply multi-shock and multi-armor break, while also trying to hit as many times as possible at the same time. So basically here, I attack now, armor break, poison. No multi-shock, or actually there's 3 shocks, and then an Ion Beam. An Ion Beam is an ultimate, it has 9 hits, and every hit has a 50% chance to apply a random debuff, which is very interesting, because we also have an ability that deals damage every time a random debuff has been applied. So this was 22 hits, and the combo meter in the top left is rising like crazy. And now we have Thunder Strike, which deals extra damage when an enemy has shock stacks. So if we get a critical hit here, that is 24,000 damage. Now we need to get lucky. We need to have him not knock out our slime buddy. And unfortunately he did. But if he didn't knock out our slime buddy, we would actually be able to potentially get 5 stars from this guy here. I'm pretty sure it does not quite work right here, but well. Yeah, it's not quite for 5 stars. I've already gotten 5 stars while just kind of experimenting and figuring out how this kind of works. And I'm pretty sure there is even better combinations than what I've been doing. So basically, I think I realized that this ability here, Proliferate, when applying a debuff, trigger an additional 30% hit. And because in conjunction with Ion Beam, we can apply more random debuffs, and on top of that I gave him equipment where he can apply more random debuffs. It can actually scale to ridiculous levels, and this one here also has a Cauldron that debuffs are 10% more effective against enemies. And I feel like this is not as optimal as it can be, probably, but this is kind of as good as I could figure it out, and I know this works for getting 5 stars. I just pressed Alt F4 as soon as I got 5 stars while just kind of testing and figuring out stuff. However, I have not figured out how to get the Griffin done, so to speak, at all so far, so Griffin is still kind of a mystery to me. Also, we need to have this little guy critically hit with his attack here for strength. Right. Not so great. Alright. Oh, barely survived. We're fine now, I think. Probably. Kinda depends, I suppose. This should do the trick, I think. Oh, not quite. I guess we lost too much health. Or we didn't get the correct buffs. Either way, it can work. We just need a little bit more luck here. And Tic-Tac-Throw, thank you. Thank you so much for 18 months of support. Welcome back. I'm glad you enjoy your stay. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Oof. Yeah, that one means that one of them is just knocked out right away. So this is not really going to work anymore. But yeah, I know it can work, it's just kind of really random because we need to get the correct buffs applied, because that's random, and debuffs applied, which is random, etc. So, one way or another, it technically can work. King Slime, you say? King Slime. One of the downsides is that the King Slime doesn't have multi-debuff. He has multi-buffs, but not multi-debuffs, which is kind of the catch about this, I feel. But then again, this might still work. I haven't exactly worked out the details in the grand scheme of things. Let's just see how this is going to go. By the way, we have a little shield on everybody because we deal 10% more damage while under the effect of a shield with everybody. So this can work out really well. We just need to get lucky that he does not hit us as much as he did. Plus we need to land enough hits in order to get a larger combo going, I think. Oh, so close. Not quite. I actually don't know how lucky I got when I managed to get it. It might have just been very, very lucky for all I know. I was only 15,000. Yeah, that's just end right there. Oh boy. I overall did a lot of testing. And I do have a theory on how to possibly approach the Griffin for 5 stars. The idea is a lot of shields, like a lot of shields. I haven't quite figured out who I would want to use for that kind of strategy yet, but it could work. Theory. That was not a critical hit, but again, we just need to get lucky that we survive for the most part. That's good. That's not so great. Well, that's not good either. You have a pretty cool bleed stacking setup in postgame itself. Nice. Yeah, the bleed stacking setup that I figured out was basically just kind of, as soon as I got the Aura glitch there, I figured out, oh, bleed is really powerful. And when I figured out the shift for the bat that stays, that keeps the bleed, that's kind of where I figured out the bleed setup as well. It's really, really good. There's so much potential. I wonder if I should begin with the other guy instead. That's not good. Yep, good night. It's pretty funny to see champions take over 20,000 bleed damage, yep. The downside actually to me is that it doesn't even work in order to necessarily get high rankings for them. Like, you have killed them efficiently and reliably and easily, even with a very defensive setup that doesn't inherently do too much damage, but it just doesn't give you the rating you need in order to succeed in the end. Ooh, don't knock him out, please. Ah, so close. You don't have actually enough for a lightning ball? How much are missing? Interesting. Oh! Hey, we got it! That still works somehow. Alrighty. New record score, Vadinoi Egg. Okay, that's the second to last monster that we don't have yet. Who would like to be Vadinoi? The actually strong Aquaman. Well, I say actually strong, I've actually never watched Aquaman in any capacity. It's just memes on the internet. You love these Grimer emotes? Hey, I'm glad you like them. I like Grimers. They're so happy. the cutest and cuddliest grape juice jelly monster. And that was a trip. Rainbow Blob hits like 5 trucks. Yeah. I also saw that the Rainbow Blob also can probably do a similar setup against enemies that are weak to water. So yeah. Nice time for the internet to cut out, GG. Aw. Welcome back. You would, but you're already a reptilian. I mean, I can just go this. You're already a bug. You are indeed. I mean, if nobody else volunteers their name, feel free to go for a second one, honestly. I don't have a problem with that. If you'd like to, I can roll between X-Ghost and Kaiser Zossi, if you'd like to. Alrighty, I'm just gonna use this one if you don't mind. One more to go indeed, and that's the Griffin. And for the Griffin I will probably have to use a completely different strategy. So fun fact, we can actually use more or less the exact same setup for the Griffin in order to deal a lot of damage, but the problem is it has the Resurrection, because it's a Griff Phoenix basically. So we can use a ridiculous amount of debuffs here, and even though he's not weak to lightning, our little slime here still hits like a truck and a half. And our survivability isn't even too terrible, because the Griffin, while strong, does not hit as strong as the other one. So it is quite interesting in how this might work, let's put it that way. But yeah, the main problem is actually more in the vein of... if he gets knocked out, he immediately gets revived too. And we don't survive with this setup here for long enough in order to be able to knock him out a second time with high enough score. So that's kind of where I'm sitting here. Is there a system for naming stuff? You can volunteer yourself as a name or volunteer names. There's actually a bunch of monsters that just have more nicknames. So if you'd like to have one of them, let's see. This big buddy here doesn't actually have a name yet, or not a real one anyways. We have... who else? The Spider-Man here actually was also just a random suggestion. Who else? So Spider-Man... Then this one here, I kind of gave it a name as well. But that is also up for taking. Umaro here is also up for taking. Mr. Krabs is up for taking. Then again, somebody did suggest a name and it kind of was fitting. Then the Stone and the Mega Rock here are both up for taking as well. The Shiny Nightmare here technically too. Who else? We named this one Chat the Changeling. That's kind of fitting. Mule. Also, Cookie here is up for taking. Targoat here is technically up for taking, but it's just such a perfect name. Elder Shield 2, well actually, the Elder Shield I suppose is already named. Just happens to be a second one in here, my team. Goblin Miner here doesn't have a name either yet. Pickaxe Lamp here is also a random name I gave this one. Big Nose here also is kind of a nickname. Also the Mad Lord here doesn't have a name volunteered either, neither does the Troll. The fancy one also doesn't have a name yet. What's he called? The Polterfant. I don't remember what this guy is called. Smashington. This one actually is a name for somebody. Draconoir. Oh yeah. Draconoir is actually also up for taking. We don't have that one named yet. That is just its default name. Isn't Fancy the one Plushie wanted? Oh, that's possible. Oh, I see. You wanted a fancy one. We can name it Fancy Plushie if you'd like to. Rakanwari is perfect though. Yeah, anybody who would like to have a name, let me know. Fancy Plushie, because why not? Feel free to object. We also, I suppose in this case, do have a Zetsune to rename, unless somebody would like to reject that idea. So this one would be a Zetsune, whatever that is. Ashington is you indeed. But hey, if I missed anything in chat, let me know. Either way, let me actually figure out equipment in the meantime. I'm going to remove equipment from all monsters, and I'm going to try and figure out a shield team at this point for taking on the Griffin. I think the Griffin mainly attacks with fire, so Kizox here is probably a good choice. Let's see. I saw a few minions that... Oh, you actually resist fire here. That actually might fit into the team as well against the Griffin, because you have an interesting ultimate. So, let's see. The reason why maybe we want to use the Golem body here is because Fortress applies barrier buff to the whole party. And my idea of how to get 5 stars in the Griffin is just have nobody ever drop below 100% HP, because we're just going to shield the entire time. So this one here could just kind of be shielding like crazy. Spider-Man Death Doll. And you didn't see what the name Mimic. Yeah. The Mimic... Who was the Mimic here? Mimic was Frabble. Frabble is a Mimic now. Apparently actually a lower level than I anticipated you would be. That's fine. Alrighty. Yeah, my idea is maybe just kind of create a shield team. But the question would be, with a shield team, what's my method of dealing damage? Is Smashing the Blob upgrade into Rainbow Blob? Smashing the Blob is still Smashing the Blob, because the Rainbow Blob is kind of its own thing. Smashing the Blob is still a blob. Where are you? Because we have all types of blobs here. We could technically make a blob team. There's a pressure blob. There is... I don't see you. Oh, hang on, did I accidentally deposit you? What is a Griffin weak to? Excellent question. Let me actually go back there in just a moment. Oh, I put both in here by accident. I see. That's why. Oh, you're the high level Smashy. So many blobs. Yep, it's great. Actually, did I even take a look at what you can do, buddy? You hit like a truck, we know that already. What's that? Lord of the Deep. Aura. Critical hits of fish and aquatic monsters apply bleed stacks equal to 50% of the damage dealt. Oh dear. Alright. Electric Surge. Physical damage when hits all enemies. Ice Beam Barrage. Will protect. Deep Wounds, of course. Critical Base. Ladder. Or Critical Base. Yeah, I tried to basically retain all the names. By the way, I noticed that I never went over here, but I figured this is just the online area, and I never really wanted to bother with fighting online. But somebody mentioned that there's an entire area I haven't been to yet, so I'm kinda curious what that would be. Does anybody know what I'm missing, if there's something missing here? Because I don't know. At this point I would be okay to just learn. Alright, let's see. Oh, Infinity Arena. No. I've never actually done Infinity Arena. I don't even know what that does. But we can probably get really high in there with just the defensive setup. Either way, let me actually go with my standard old team here that I originally used for with great success to just destroy all enemies, all things considered. Where's my Lich Buddy? Lich Buddy, where are you? There you are. So Spider-Mancy Light, which by the way Spider-Mancy Dark now. I reoriented. And... Did all the rain that I used for this? Probably. Alrighty. Can he fit through the hole in the wall? This one? Oh, maybe. No. Good idea. I've never tried though. Alright, either way. We're Phoenix. What are you weak to? Okay, it is weak to ground, it is resilient to earth, and deals wind and fire damage. So, I'll also want to adjust my abilities probably for this specific encounters, but let's actually equip them first. So, I should have most items reasonably ready. Thorn Tentry, apply bleed stack on attackers equal to this monster's attack or magic, whichever is higher. So basically, whenever you get hit, which is kind of a good thing for us, because this guy here is very resilient. Every hit has a chance to apply debuff, then you want to get mostly defensive equipment. Defense, crit damage, regeneration, Omni Ring, Cauldron. Debuffs are 10% more effective against enemies. Actually sounds pretty useful. And also thermal reactors actually for somebody else, but we have to start charge stack at the beginning of every turn. Defense, crit chance, heal self when receiving a buff. Arrow card, receive additional stacks of stuff. Hourglass, no. Health and mana. Brooch. Defense and mana. Defense. Ability and mana return. Getting an attack 35 chance to apply burn. And I guess just mostly like hide +5 would probably be the way to go. I'll find the hide +5 somewhere. There it is. Then for you, when attacking or getting attacked, 30% chance to gain a random buff or apply a random debuff. That's interesting. How much does food do at the end game? Well, it's basically just an additional buff layer, so to speak. So it can help quite a bit. Every hit has a chance to apply shock or armor break debuffs. Sounds good to me. I'm going to give you a hide for more defensive utility, as well as the thermal reactor. Actually, no, I'm going to just give you defense at this point. I might actually be lacking mana regeneration now that I think about it, but we'll see. Oh, here. Oh, actually, you get the hide over here instead. What's the totem do again? Shield self for 1000 at the start of combat. Only at the start, though. Aren't you weak to fire? Maybe Alderain was not the best choice for this now I think about it. You get a hide. Alright, Spider-Mancy. Die crit chance and crit damage. Healing buff and shielding also apply a random debuff to the enemy. I'm also going to build you very defensively. Shield generator sounds useful. Yeah, I might be making some mistakes here, but this is kind of the figuring out what to do phase basically here. Alright, let's see. Basically the idea is to just stay as healthy as we possibly can. And shield up. And... Route. Relation. And... Encapsulate you. Nice block overall. Mass restore. Mythic for all the buffs. And... Oh right, you have Blizzard instead of... Oops. Yeah, I would need a second person to shield a lot. Like, we defeat this guy without ever attacking, that's not the problem. The problem is staying high health in order to get a good rating overall. But I'm pretty sure this is not gonna be sufficient. That's surprisingly close, actually. But I think Alderain actually takes too much damage. What if I take Gramir with us instead? Oh, well the problem with that would be that... we don't have the debuff keep. Actually, let's see, there's another one who keeps the bleed stacks. Wait. Did we even make any bleed stacks? Probably. Let's see. You're not really defensively set up, Spider-Man. Who was the other one that could do the thingy? The Setsuna actually could do a lot too, but you're also mostly offensively oriented. I'm trying to see... who was the last one? We had one more who can keep the bleed stacks up. Actually, there might be more overall, and I just don't remember. Oh, it was you, Birix. You're also not exactly defensively oriented. Yeah, the Orca dog thingy. None of them are particularly well organized for defensive things. You know, I actually never attacked with you, so I'm gonna give you... What had the 1000 shield at the beginning? Yeah, the totem. Actually, wasn't there somebody who removed debuffs at the beginning of each turn? Who was that? Like one of the light transformation did that. Maybe there's a stronger shield generator that we can make. Mashington? Which one was Mashington again? I know this is Smashy, not Smashing. You do have ice shields actually, that's interesting. That's very interesting actually. You know, actually, different idea. Setsuna did in fact have a healing mechanism, so I'm actually gonna exchange you for Setsuna. Because I was torn between removing debuffs and keeping the shields up. So let me actually remove you. Equipment. Give you defense. Totem. Pandora's box, why not? And the hide. Ramir is a chubby Cthulhu, yep. Penguin? You're right! Penguin removed the debuffs. That's what it was. Washington was the penguin, wasn't it? Now I remember. Where's my penguin buddy? That was Iceburner, wasn't it? Where are you? Why are you hiding from me? Page 2. Ah, there you are. You're really well at hiding. Yeah, you do actually remove debuffs. Yeah, you do remove debuffs, but you don't have a way to shield. You do have a way to heal, but you can't keep up the bleed stacks at the same time. That Chubba Cthulhu is named Gorulu before you renamed it. Yep, that's great. What's that thing? Extra spirit. Hello and welcome. That penguin's named Iceburner, yep. Was quite fitting in my opinion. Alrighty. I want to give you more defense actually. You have a lot of defense actually, so never mind. Maybe give you more defense. You have a fair bit of defense. Let's see how this is going to work. Only. Well, again, I'm just going to mainly focus on defense and rather than anything else. Quicken for evasion. Yes, Ice Bolt. Or Shadow Storm. Shadow Storm, let's go. Blinding him, so he has less of a chance to hit. Alrighty, and from here on out you just shield. That's gonna remove the debuffs. We don't keep getting hit by them. Maybe I just encapsulate. He does shed some debuffs, it seems like. Oh, you don't have enough mana regen. Okay, that's good to know. Because you can only apply shield 1 rather than 2. Yeah, we're actually doing a lot worse than previously, hang on. You need more mana regeneration, Kizox. I don't think this really matters all that much. Oh, somebody wants to get the slime skin actually, thinking about it. You definitely want to have some mana regen somewhere. Defense and mana regen, does that exist on anything? Where's mana regen? There it is. Stain's ring. Wait, what am I trying to replace here? Well, the spark actually does give mana regeneration. This gives magic. Give this to somebody else. Do more mana regen. Omni ring gives mana regen. A little bit. Medallion is defense and mana regen. Crit damage too, but I don't care about the crit damage. More Pandora's box, then give you the slime skin. Apply weakness on our enemy. You don't really need the mana regeneration. Alright, let's see. Maybe I want to rearrange your skills here. Dark Shroud, so you blind our opposition. Yeah, I remember now. I built him for the grind very offensively, so I will probably want to rearrange your skills. In fact, I know I want to rearrange your skills. So I'm going to briefly do that. So, skill reset on Spider-Mancy. Alright. Go for the Phoenix and this one all the way. Shield over all shields effects on monster card increased by 10%. That's good. Healing shield, healing skills activate. Also shield equal to 20% of the amount shield or healed. Get a resurrection. Get defense stats here. Do you apply voltage shield? Congeal, of course. More defense. Go for the single target blind, critical freeze. With chance plus. Oh, you have low check for chance right now. Max mana increases stats. Initial poison debuff. Feast and blood drive. can give more defense and more defense. Mana overload. And more mana. Alright. Let's see how this is going to work for us. Frostburn is a thing? Oh, I see. That's what I'm going for. Quicken for evasion. Touch. And use Dark Shroud in order to blind this guy. I guess it's just going to restore. And trying to blind this guy. Please stop attacking the Setsune. Then again, you shouldn't attack that one either. Okay, so far so good actually. You still don't have enough mana regen. Guess you need 160 mana regen, it looks like. Hello, grass. He died once already. This actually might work if we don't get nuked here. Alright, this actually is looking pretty good overall. And Dark Shroud should finish him. Maybe? Okay, we got it. Nice. It wasn't exactly great, but hey, we got the Griff Phoenix set, which I believe means this is our final monster that we haven't had until now, so... Ooh, would like to be a Griffin Phoenix hybrid thingy. Huh. That's kinda neat. Or Griffonics. Sounds like one of... This could be the name of one of the villages in Asterix and Obelix comics. Is that every champion 5-star? I think so, unless there's some champion I don't know about. Hello, welcome to your camera. Propose Yagamoth. Last one, right? I think it's the last one. There might be more, I don't know. I guess we have a moth in the team now. Alright, fair enough. And... we can now ride and fly really, or jump really high. Do you get anything extra for 6-star in the champion fights? Maybe? I don't know. I know you can 6-star champion fights, but I would need to actually get good at this game before I can do that. Or more specifically, I would need to start figuring out the combo system, find the best one to get a high combo roll and then just nuke the enemy boss thingy. Like, I think it's probably possible to one-shot some of the bosses, or well, one-round some of the bosses. But that would require a lot of figuring out stuff that I haven't quite figured out yet. At this point, I'm actually pretty happy with my progress, and I would probably start figuring out or looking up stuff. Right, let's see. What does the moth do here? What's your deal? Do you have overcast for higher cost, but also higher output, so to speak? Aerial strikes. Legal attacks. You also have Kindle, chance to apply burn with each attack, also multi-burn. Well, a threat hit all enemies for neutral damage. You apply burn. You have a Phoenix Heritage. Each aerial and bird in your party applies burn on a random enemy after each action. That's why burn does so much. Whenever an enemy takes burn and debuff damage, regenerate 10 mana. Fascinating. Alright, Firestorm has a chance to apply burn. This guy likes to see the world burn, I suppose. Here's your Phoenix Affinity. Reborn from Ashes. When this monster is revived or revives another monster, it additionally heals 30% of its max health and gains 7 charge stacks. Ooh. I see, that's why you heal with so much. Sometimes anyways. Actually, was it hidden? Ah. Critical Edge, Multi-Region, and Restoration, Unique Aura. Regeneration buff also gives 50% chance to remove debuff at the start of a turn. Ah, neat. Alrighty. But yeah, I think this is every monster in the journal, except for, well, the other familiars that you need to choose at the very beginning of the game that I have, well, obviously not gotten because there's no way to get them. At least I don't think there is. Yep. I'm kinda curious that we got the Mad Lab before. Ding. Nothing shows up in chat, that's weird. Over that last treasure chest? I think that's the plan. Oh, I see. As usual, I'm not prepared for this kind of thing during regular stream, but King Smashington, thank you. Thank you so much for the $10 donation, I really appreciate that. And it says, keep it up, Yaga, love this channel. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it, and well, welcome. I hope you keep enjoying it around here. Alright, let's go for that last thing. Also, we have Slowfall with this Rift Phoenix too. So there's that one last chest or area we couldn't approach. Alright, we can finally go over here, probably. Yep. A Buckler, 10 defense, plus 2% crit chance, allows this monster to receive additional stack of sidekick and barrier. Interesting. So that would be actually one unique item I haven't had until now. That's kind of an intriguing one overall. Alright, and aside from getting every monster to level 40, this is pretty much all there is to this, I guess. Wait, we can just do the Infinity Arena as well, now I think about it. Because I haven't actually done the Infinity Arena at all so far. How this is... You can get the other starters? Wait, really? There's a door. Oh, Digio says there's a door that opens when you have 5 stars, all champions. Really? Where would that door be, if I may ask? I guess I don't know where to go to. Up, up. Okay. I guess we're not quite done yet then. Also, we still haven't checked out the Infinity Arena. Oh, I remember this. I forgot about it entirely, actually. Hello. I'm guarding the entrance to a sacred place. Only Keeper Masters may enter. I'll open the portal for you, Keeper Master. Neat. Yeah. I completely forgot about this. Huh. The other up. Oh, the other up? Alright, we can do that too. Apparently I haven't been here either. So this is probably the area I haven't been to that somebody mentioned. Welcome, Keeper Master Moth. You've entered Eternity's End. I'm Vartrak, the god of this realm. We have fought and conquered one of my avatars. The first keeper of the Monster Sanctuary made a pact with me. and created a portal to this realm. In this realm, you will find each of the 4 spectral familiars. They have been brought here from a different point in time. You may challenge each of them to a fight. Should you prove victorious, you will be rewarded an egg of that spectral familiar. The spectral familiars from those eggs are perfect copies in the sense that they have the same strength and abilities. They lack free will, however, and will return to this realm after their keeper passes on. If you defeat your own spectral familiar, you will get a special item instead of an egg. Oh, fancy. Whee! Alright, there's more. Alright, that's very intriguing. I completely forgot about this part. You hope for Trak has a contract. Probably. It's the clock tower police, or? You have no idea how to get 6 stars on those champion challenges, getting 5 is very hard. Yeah. As I said, I feel like you can optimize to just one-shot probably most of them, but I don't know whether it even works on all of them. But yeah, alright, I think I'm gonna just go with my team that I had until now. Except, Kizox, you need more mana regen. Like, this is just straight up not enough. You don't really need the burn debuff. Frozen Tear? That's not mana regen. Here's a Stain Ring, gives you more mana regen. How much is that? That's 35. Yeah, that's actually sufficient to keep the fire shield up reliably. Alrighty. Hello. I sense your presence when you enter this realm. You are a keeper of the Veil's bloodline. I am your spectral familiar from a different point in time. We spectral familiars agreed to come to this place, so that we will be preserved even beyond the passage of time. Well then, I know you came to me for a purpose. Are you ready to face my challenge? Yep. I am the Spectral Wolf, known to the people of the old world as the protector of outcasts and the breaker of curses. Prove your cunning, Keeper Master. For anybody who does not know, Vertrag with one A, German means contract. And I was kind of wondering whether that actually might be the Dutch word for malcontract. Because I don't know. Alrighty, Fire Shield. Burn. Quicken. So this is a hybrid familiar, and I happen to know that. Ultimate Blizzard. Ouch. More Fire Shield. Yeah, you want to remove your debuffs there, but you don't have enough to remove them reliably, I suppose. Oh, he gains infinity stacks. So I guess I can't have this go on too long. Typhoon Cut. Hey, you can't use ultimate every turn. Like, that straight up doesn't work. That's not okay. I guess I'm gonna Cleansing Flame you so you lose your buffs here. Like, you literally can only use one of those at a time. Ultimate Gravity. Alright, I think we are pretty much mostly done here, because you're gonna get knocked out. And to my knowledge, you do not in fact have... a revive. Boom! Congratulations, you have proven your cunning. Obtained Infinitive Flame, attack +6, magic, health, mana, crit chance. Can only be equipped by spectral familiars. Fascinating. This root familiar has 2 ultimates, all 3. Whee! Whee! Oh, there's nothing over here! Oh, let me guess. We're gonna land right on the frog. Hi, how are you doing?
Are you ready to face my challenge? Sure. I am the Spectral Toad, known to the people of the old world as the patron of rich crops and the mentor of wizards. Prove your wisdom, Master Keeper.
I'm just gonna stick to my same team, because that's kind of the one that turns out to be usually the strong. Dark Shroud. Tidal Wave. Alright. Bubble Deluge. Oof. Okay, I think we are largely fine for now. Gonna quicken again. And apply more chill debuffs. Force of nature. Ow. Must restore. And you still don't have all the chill debuffs. Now you do. Handled heal. Oh boy. Alright, fair enough. Gonna go for a life channel then. Cleansing Flame. Let's remove your buffs, good sir. Oh, that's right. Spider-Mancy is much more defensively oriented. That's why we don't deal nearly as much damage, I suppose. Then again, I guess we're mostly fine. Healing all your buffs, good sir. All of them are mine.
Congratulations, you have proven your wisdom. Obtain Spectral Toad Egg.
Neat. And I'm sorry, chat, but you don't get to choose this one. We already know this is a friend. No eating frog, buddy. Alrighty, what does our friend actually do? Oh, frogs are friends, not food. Come on. Okay, it is a hybrid, mostly defensively oriented, it looks like. It does actually get aging stacks if you go for it, as well as multi-poison. You have multi-channeled in order to reduce mana cost, as well as random buffs. Full offense buffs, which you can apply on your allies, which I've actually seen in a fight against you at the top of the tower, which was kinda spooky. You also have safe cast. Interesting. Also, what's that over here? Toxic feedback. Ah, I see. Right. Oops. Allow me to fall! This is a fascinating area. Also, I'm kinda curious what's up there, so I'm gonna ask you for help. Materialize invisible platforms. Get a mega potion and the shift stone. 8. Okay. Let's go and visit this guy. Monster Sanctuary speedrun when? I'm not sure. The routing aspect would be pretty intriguing for Monster Sanctuary to speedrun it, but I'm not sure about doing actual runs, to be honest. Maybe, who knows?
Are you ready to face my challenge?
Sure.
I am the Spectral Eagle, known to the people of the old world as the embodiment of the sun and the Emperor of Skies. Prove your bravery, Keeper Master.
And he'll weak to water, which actually is kind of convenient for me. And I immediately have debuffs here from him. Less than ideal. Ice Bolt. Chill stack immediately. Explosive Blast. Alright. Ultimate Fire Pillar. Thankfully on the one that is resistant to fire. How convenient. Okay, Lancing Flying to remove your buffs. Sorry about those, you don't get to keep them. And I'm gonna go Dark Shroud to steal your vision. Also, if I get crits, you get chill debuffs anyways. Napalm. Looks like we're quite fine still. And just removing all the debuffs here. Might as well at this point. And Ice Bolt. It's only level 4 Ice Bolt because I was going for a defensive approach for the Griffin. That ended up working quite well. Life Channel in the meantime. Might as well. And Quicken again. Because with a little bit of luck we managed to knock you out right here. Okay, it does not have Phoenix. Alrighty.
Congratulations. You have proven your bravery.
Spectral Eagle. Who would like to be a Spectral Eagle? Me? Alright. Welcome to the team. Blood. Let's see what he can do. Bring me up over here. Are there any turtles? The closest we have to a turtle is probably a snail. Oh, no, there is actually a turtle. Yes. There is in fact a turtle. But I guess in this one. Kame. Alright, let's see what the Spectral Eagle can do. You are lightning, wind, and fire. You have more of an offensive orientation, it looks like, in comparison to the previous one. You do actually have Phoenix affinity, you just didn't skill into it when we fought. If energizes an aura, recover health and triggering shock damage. You also have multi-shock, that's curious. As well as napalm, hit all enemies, ball of lightning. 8 hits with chance to apply debuff, shock specifically, aging of course as well, like all of them. Reborn from ashes. Huh, I wonder what they do stacks. Oh, right, that's just for you, I see. So it kind of stacks technically. In charges. That's an interesting one. Nice. Hello.
Are you ready to face my challenge?
Sure.
I am the Spectral Lion, known to the people of the old world as the lawful ruler, the vanquisher of demons. Prove your heroism, keeper.
I'm going to choose prove my cowardice by defending as much as I can, because that's what I do. It works pretty well. Also, you need to chill a little bit here. Ignite, Gemstone Barrage. Looks like we are largely fine. Nice. Do however get buffs, so I kinda need to steal those. Sorry, my friend. Inferno. That's actually kind of spooky because our Arachnology is not that great against fire. But I'm stealing all your debuffs. Or all debuffs, sorry. He doesn't have enough attacks in order to get 2 movements. Goddess strikes. Ah, alright. And this is probably about it right now. Zing! Congratulations, you have proven your heroism. Spectral Lion Egg. Who would like to be a Spectral Lion? Gotta hatch them all. You see that achievement that pops up in the bottom right? In some Steam games you do, in some you don't, I don't know. The cutest of them all. It is more of a cute tiger rather than a ferocious one, I do agree. Realizing how useless Revive is in PvP and having to reskill a lot. Yeah, Revive? Can you even revive in PvP, like when there's only 2 monsters on your end left? Really? We've been really enjoying the PvP in this game actually, definitely a lot of different builds out there. Interesting. Magma Pillar, Azarach, Holter Oven. Or Spectral Lion. I'm actually going to just see whatever we can do with my current team in the Infinity Arena, because I'm kinda curious. This one looks like King Smashing. Maybe. This is how your house cat sees himself. Your highest Infinity Run was 125. Mufasa. Okay, we can't go for smashing, it's too many. Alright, I think Scar is quite fine. Let's see what Scar can do. Moves. Alright, you are, as the others are, a hybrid attacker, which I suppose makes sense. You have aging stacks. Double impact. Ah, there's multi-burn. I see why you say Magma Pillar and Lion for burn shields. Burn shields is what I used at the actually quite far into the game. Okay, and I think that's probably this area. Unless I'm missing something. Actually, let's see what the Trog has something to say. Hello. Welcome, Master. Keep him off. No, don't repeat the explanation. Thank you. So was there something else I could do? Was this the door that opened when I got all 5 stars, or was that in a different place? I thought somebody had said up and up, but I'm not sure this is the up that they meant. Ah, that was the one. Alrighty. Alrighty, let's just see how far we can get in the Infinity Arena, shall we? I don't even know what the concept of Infinity Arena is. But... I actually wanna rearrange the skills of Spider-Mancy here again in that case. For a more area of effect oriented build. Not quite as defensive anymore. You do get revived though. Aura shields effects are increased. Multi-chill. Nope. Heal. Okay, crit chance plus, first impact bleed. Gonna just go for the mana extensions. Alright. Let's see how this is going to work. Start a new Infinity Arena run. Oh. Oh right, I actually don't have the crit gear equipped, do I? Oh well. Let's just see how far we can get with this. Victory. Oh, you can actually use your entire team, I see. Interesting. Very interesting. What? Yeah, I'm lacking critical hits on my equipment. I'm going to restart this real quick. I've reached level 45 in Infinity Arena. That's nice, I guess. I want to have more critical hits. I don't think I need the aura for debuff. Good chance and good damage. Build generator we do keep. Bang for crit chance. Crit chance, crit damage. That sounds good to me. We can go fully defensive. Oh, what's your weapon? Hexing Rod. Let's give you the Moon Sword. Maybe. For more raw damage. Actually, the Scythe is probably better. Let's give you the Moon Sword for more raw damage instead. It's just battle after battle after battle. Well, yeah, I suppose that's the definition of oops, Infinity Arena. Let's see how far we can get. I'm actually critting for once. Oof, don't block that one. I guess blinding enemies is probably a good idea in general. Because if they just miss, they don't do damage. Do I not have the skill that chills enemies when I land a critical hit? Did I forget to get that? Kinda feels like it right now. Actually get quicken up here, because that's the first thing I should do. Yeah, I don't see any chill debuffs being applied when I actually hit. Seems a little bit odd. I like how we just poisoned all of the enemies because one of the enemies attacked this Nick Buddy. The reason that happens, by the way, in case you're curious, is because Nick Buddy does have an ability to spread debuffs to other enemies when applying them. And so also has the passive ability to poison enemies that attack it. I wonder whether the Bat Buddy might have been slightly better overall, because it could activate Shroud. And Shroud is not really nice. Ow. Ooh, that was a lot. That is a lot of damage. Holy cow. I think there's a lot of damage. Shroud would allow us to dodge these abilities a lot better than we already do. You can check the level between floors. The level 2 monster is in the floor you are. Oh, level 66. Wow, no wonder these things hit like a truck, huh? Definitely going to Shadow Storm as a priority then for blind. That's pretty ridiculous. Quite interesting. But yeah, I'm definitely missing that ability that inflicts the thing. Really strange. Why did I forget to get that? We are level 71. Yep, dodging is going to be more and more important, I think. Maybe nuking an enemy at a time would also be potentially useful. Welcome to you, Cosball. This is just a straight up RPG. There's actually not really anything randomly generated. It's a handcrafted world for the most part. And I think it's great. It's like really, really good. This is the first game in literal years that captivated me that much, honestly. So I personally recommend it. Level 76. Yep, that's pretty much what I expected would happen right there. Oof. Alright, looks like we are mostly fine though. There's two. One of them is going to fall guaranteed this turn. Level 81. Ooh. Don't dodge too many things. Ooh. That would have knocked you out right there. But it didn't. You got lucky. Cleansing flames. That dragon thing just one-cycled my spider lich. Very unhealthy. Level 86. It's at least going to take 2 more turns to knock them out at this rate. And it takes less for them to knock us out. Come back here, still need you. I really don't like his ox. And level 91. Kind of torn. I want to apply the chill debuff, but simultaneously I also really want to blind them. Because if I don't, we might be in big trouble here. Oh boy. Still alive. Still alive. Level 96. I guess how many stars I get determines how many floors I advance further. Ooh. Barely alive still. That Phoenix ability comes in very, very handy at this point. Holy cow. We effectively get healed to full thanks to the bleed leech. That was 99 now? Oh, it's 100. I guess I'm wrong. Oxycus. Bet on a prediction. Oh. I mean, I have no concept of what would good predictions be in the first place, to be fair. Ultimates? Oh dear. You're starting to use ultimates now. That's not good. It is. Yep, this looks like it's about end of the line at this point. I got restored. Oh my goodness. Force of nature. And that's it. You reach level 100 in the Infinity Arena. Get a bunch of reward boxes. 5 level 40 patches, mass antidote. Alright. Take care, King Smash, and thank you for dropping by and have a good time. Okay. Well. I guess that's it now? I can't really think of doing anything else. You know, this is kind of the problem with games I really like. I want to have more of a reason to play them, and naturally my first instinct goes towards, oh, speedruns is a reason to play the game again. But I feel like routing for this would be a huge endeavor. Anything else planned on stream today? Nope, not really, because I did not know how much longer this would go. So I was considering taking today off entirely, so maybe it's a reasonable thing to just go ahead and lean back and relax. Because tomorrow is going to be another marathon run with Zero Mana randomizer for the German channel. So that will also take quite a bit of energy, because suddenly I have to talk German. Yeah. Alrighty, I guess that's largely it. My verdict for this game, in case anybody hasn't noticed that already, I think this is amazing. Because there is so many little systems in this game that just interact and build off of each other. Each individual system is simple and easy to understand. The complexity comes from trying to combine them. And honestly, that is kind of my favorite type of complexity, because you kind of get the idea on what you're supposed to do and how it works. And it's a little bit tricky to say the least at times, but you get to do your things. For this, it would be cool to make a one monster type run. One monster type? Like, I guess just aquatic monsters only or something like that. Because I considered the concept of how would a single monster run work, and I honestly think it wouldn't, because you have to get certain monsters and you can't enter battle with only one at a time. Mount needed for magma coins. I mean, you can also start with the lion, which I believe the lion is allowing you to ride on it, so you mean... Oh, actually, I'm wrong. Is it another one? Ah, interesting. So the levitate here would probably be the bird to go for abilities initially, but yeah, that's true actually. For some reason I thought you could actually ride on one of the initial spectral familiars. The levitate would probably be most useful for like immediate exploration things. Plus, I think what you actually want to do is you want to stay as low level as possible, since the enemies do scale with you. So you just kind of have a monster team that is really powerful with low level, specifically low level, and you avoid all the other enemies. Spectral familiars all have early game abilities. Yeah, all the spectral familiars except for the bird actually appear to have breaking walls and moving hidden blocks, etc., or while breaking more mines and such. Alrighty, either way, let me just kind of go through the list of friends and monsters and minions that we had. So, one of my, well, surprisingly most prominent team members ended up being Kizox, thanks to being able to have Maz heal and debuff removal and a fire shield, plus just kind of generally applying debuff and powering the debuffs up by quite a bit, so that's pretty awesome. Then we had the Setsune here, which ended up just kind of mildly replacing the bat body that we had, because Setsune here also could elongate the bleeds basically forever, and also had additional bleeds to stack up on top of it, plus could also remove debuffs and heal them too with the Mass Restore. And Spider-Man's Delight here, let me put it this way, at the time when I arrived in the underground area, I was struggling to defeat enemies in the sense that it took forever. It wasn't difficult, but I didn't really have any reasonable means to deal damage until Spider-Man's Delight here joined us, and that ended up being kind of the breakthrough, because congeal, chill damage via plus bleed damage on top of it ended up just being a ridiculously strong combination. Then we got the friend here. Along the way towards the end, we got Blood in the bird form, as well as Scar here. Then we got Kaiser Zosi, Dur Hokkaido, Big Buddy, Islandma, Rafair, which ended up being a key part to defeating the Merman dude in relatively short order, and I'm pretty sure you can get even more damage out of this little guy. Metal Mole Bear, X-Coats, Keraglow, Misakiteru, Grummy, Sipes, Plushy Birdie, both of them, Amarakus, which actually was a very valuable team member for a long time in our team, because it was basically just a tank team to heal and damage enemies through poisons, and that was kind of an integral part of it. Velwolf, definitely also quite nice early game damage, and as well as carry in quite a few areas. Manicut, Mr. PUBG, Spider-Man, because it's creepy, Kablooey Crips, the Minotaur, Zabel, Rafair, in the other two forms as well, Umaro, Boboblio, Tantar, Mr. Krabs, Dix, Lemurga Pillar, who was actually a very large portion of my team for a long time. It was a core part of the defensive team thanks to just passively shielding through bird damage. It was great. Semikrill, the stone that we picked up very early on but never ended up using for the most part. Mega Rock, Shiny Nightmare, Mr. Smiley, Atheist Man, Moculi, Hysteer, which I tried going with a very heavy hitter +2 support characters for a while. It somewhat worked against equal level enemies, but, well, lower level enemies, but as soon as they were equal level and we got into the later areas, it, well, didn't quite work as well anymore, but it worked for a while. Then we have Jay Weatherby, who also ended up being actually a pretty integral part to the later game strategy for the main story, thanks to applying multiple poisons as well as having more healing ability. So basically it's just kind of a more offensive version of Kissox in a sense. RPG Mill, Nawson, which I really like monks, and I kind of tried to keep Nawson in the team for a long time, but I felt like the other characters were just more my playstyle. Chat, the shapeshifter of course, Monket, which I think Monket was our first advanced flying minion, Rebel, the Mimic, U-Flyer, Dryzalizer, which I think is a great name, Monster Tactics, which by the way, I used Monster Tactics a lot for the grinding while doing offline ranks. Horton, which was actually kind of my initial idea of maybe using a minion to nuke the merman, but I ultimately decided to go with the Rainbow Slime instead. Luganot, okay, Ultravalt, Raycoidactylus, which also was a very useful part of the team because that gave us so much sustain, it was great. Birdteeth, Handshake, Charlie, Mule, Hirschel, Wombat, which by the way, Wombat I also used a bunch for grinding while offline because it has really strong AoE as an ultimate, which is neat. Smashington was also quite useful. The first minion that we got that actually removed debuffs, and so I liked using Smashington all the way basically for until we got some other people that also had other purposes on top of it. The Stradivarian, which by the way I'd like to point out, there were so many Tanukis while grinding to try to get the materials, which, by the way, I mentioned that at the beginning, but I didn't realize you could buy crafting materials, and I wanted to get all the unique magical equipment up to +5, so I was just grinding for them. Oops. There were so many Tanukis, let me tell you. Tsukuyomi, Alderain, which was the first time I realized that holy cow, we could actually extend the bleed forever, and that was kind of ridiculous. Once we got that strategy unlocked, we were just cruising through the game. Bylokar, Targoat, Iceburner. Iceburner was also really good as an additional support towards the end. Bivrix as well, additional just kind of forever bleed. Elder Shield 2, get into Steam Golem 2, Draconov, Eichhörnchen, Beowulf, Goblin Miner, and Dark Paladin. Which, by the way, Dark Paladin I was a strong consideration for certain skill points while I was figuring out strategies. Grrr was also kind of an integral tank part of our team early with additional poisons. Tiny Tim, G-Shot, Monhuk, Pickaxe Lamp, Timer Vector 22222, Vanablin, Big Nose, Flare Star, Blood, which was our first companion to be able to go fast. Grab me. By the way, there was another mushroom too with a different name. Apparently I accidentally named 2 mushrooms. Sorry. Vegasin, Panzerkampf Zerker, Mad, Troll, Cherry Soup, Draco Noir, Dolaire, Death Doll, Fancy plushie. God's Black Arm. Kaiser Zossi the second. Smashing. Pressure Blob. Ayalandwa. Ramir. And I suppose the Yagamoth in the end. Alrighty. Oh, this was the Monster Sanctuary. And I don't really have much else to say about it. If you have even remotely considered getting the game, I personally highly recommend it. I think this game is just amazing overall. It has so many just parts that are distinct but work well together. The difficulty spike towards the end is a little bit daunting, I feel, but let me tell you, it takes a long time until you get to that point, and at that point you might already have figured out some crazy strategies on your own, because I'm pretty certain that there's even more than what I have even approached using in the end. Target. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, for listening and for lurking. I hope you enjoyed your stay, and hopefully until next time, take care and have a good night. Holy cow, these credits are long. I just wanted to let them run and then say that, hey, in the near future there's gonna be back to Final Fantasy V Solo Thief. And I actually don't know what else. Oh. I guess I'm mostly done with longer projects. You could have finished Solo Thief run during the credits. Maybe. Highly doubt it. We could have gotten like 50 attempts in for Crayclaw, however. Crayclaw is quite the monster, and it's probably going to take a really long time to get past that guy. Like, theoretically it might technically be faster to restart the Thief run, but practically, probably not. Like, we have about a 1% success rate, I guess, if we just keep attacking. So, we'll see. We only have like 40 deaths so far on Crayclaw. Oh dear. Well, I mean, it's nice that this game has so many supporters, because I feel like it definitely earned it. This is one of these games where I would like to see some DLC for it, just to have a good reason to play it some more. Also, if anybody knows about anybody who is routing and trying to run this as speedruns already, do let me know, because I would be curious on how they would try to approach it, because maybe I could also try to give some feedback and input, etc. Let's see, Monster Sanctuary game. All of the game itself. There's quite a few people running or about playing it. No speedrun. Not yet. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just be through the supporters here a little bit faster, because you can advance them a bit faster. How many are there? Like, I think somebody mentioned earlier this. Oh, voluntary testers. I didn't realize there would be a category after this. Somebody mentioned earlier this was probably a Kickstarter game. And, well, I guess every supporter on Kickstarter gets the name in there, which is kind of neat. Makes sense. There's also... Wait, if there's voluntary testers, were there involuntary testers as well? A cactus with no end in sight. What a name. Like, that would be kind of fascinating and also mildly horrifying if they were like involuntary testers after this. Oh, no, some sound effects are based on sources from freesound.org. Alrighty, that was the credits. Maybe it's different from paid testers. Okay, yeah, that's actually a good point. Alrighty, everybody, thank you so much for watching, for listening, and for lurking once again. I hope you enjoyed your stay, I hope you enjoyed being around, and until next time. I'm going to be